In this Fish for Fun video, I go down to Bennett Springs to do a little wintertime catch and release trout fishing. It's January the 27th and I'm on my way to go to Bennett Springs. It's about 8:15 in the morning and the temperature is 26 degrees and it is so foggy that I can't even see the water as I cross Pomme de Terre Lake Dam. I called Bennett Springs 4 days ago and they said it was too muddy to fish, so I waited 2 or 3 days to go. It's Monday now and I hope that I can catch some fish. It has rained so much here that all the lakes are up, all the rivers are up. You can't even get to a lot of the launch areas. So I've got to fish someplace. So come along with me. You've noticed that I'm using a spinning rod instead of a fly rod. I prefer fishing for trout with a fly rod and do a lot of that, but today there's no way I can reach the spots I want to reach with a fly rod, so I brought my spinning rod, and then I found out that I couldn't even reach all the spots I wanted to fish with my spinning rod. This water is not only very high, but it's also very dingy by Bennett Springs standards. I'd have to wade at least another 20 to 25 yards out before I could reach the bank where I want to fish, but I'm up waist deep already. Well, I fished about 20 minutes without a strike, so I'm going to go back and get my other rod with a different lure on it, give them something a little more bulky and not quite as fast. Well, my slow down tactic worked. It's a little guy. I want you to notice now that I won't be netting this fish. You want to keep the fish in the water and get them back in the water as soon as you can. Well, I got another one. I fished about another 20 minutes after I caught that first trout and had to move to another spot so I could get a different angle, and this is a pretty decent trout. I like to get these fish in as soon as I can, but I'm using 3-pound test line, so you got to be a little careful. Well, once again, another 20 minutes without a strike. That's about all the time I give them. I've decided to move down below the little rock dam, and there's a little still pool there you can see. I'm going to give it a try. I fished quite a while here and had one good strike and missed it, so I'm going to go up to the spring hole and make a few casts and then go down to one of my favorite holes before I go home. Well, I lost that one trout, had two more strikes, so I'm going to go down to one of my favorite holes, and then I got to head out of here. It's too deep to wade out here, so I'm going to try to make it over there by those concrete stairs. Where I got to walk across here is normally 4 foot out on the bank. I seem to always have some good luck here using a heavy sinker in front of a woolly booger and fishing it like a jerk bait. It's worked in the past, and I'm going to give it a try again today, especially in this murky water. Well, it's time for me to go, so I'm going to wind up my woolly booger and leave. It seems that it always ends this way. When you finally find the fish and figure out how to catch them, it's time to go home. Well, I fished between 2 and 2.5 hours and caught, I think, 7 or 8 trout. Hooked a couple more and had some more strikes. To be honest with you, I caught more fish than I thought I might, given the conditions I had to fish in. But you can always depend on Bennett Springs for a few trout, even if the conditions are bad. My options for places to fish was pretty limited today, and I sure was happy to be able to come down here, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you have, be sure and hit that notification bell, because we want you to come with us every time we go. And if you hit that bell, we'll let you know when we're going to go.